Yes, people, today we are joined by a very special guest.
The realist.
The realist, Viddal Riley. How are we doing?
Hey, I owe you, man, this interview. It's been a while, you know.
Thank you, man.
But you, man, have been consistent. You've been patient with me. I appreciate it.
No, man, this is the first man that got me into the scene. He taught me from day one. And, man, let's start. KSI versus Joe Fournier. Let's not be around the bush.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that fight? Do you think JJ is going to finally dethrone the pro boxer, the 9-0?
No, I think he will. I think he might have difficulty early on. He might be a bit too hype. He might be a bit too eager. Fournier might pick him off with a couple of shots in the beginning. But I think as it gets to like round 3, 4, JJ's conditioning, power, athleticism will kick in. And I think he will get Fournier out there 4 or 5.
Now, no disrespect to Shoot Fighters, they're a great team, but you were JJ's coach previously.
Yeah.
Is there any little things you see in his game which you're there like, that's not a Viddal Riley move?
I think most of it. I think he changed his style a lot when he lost weight. Because remember, when I was coaching him, he was always overweight. Yeah. But it's because he was fighting Logan twice and is a much bigger person. You know what I'm saying? So now he's lost a lot of weight. He can do more moves. He's more confident to try new moves, and that's what I like about JJ now. His confidence is higher than it was when he was training with me. I like to keep him a little bit, you know, but
slap him every now and then.
But I like how the mode that he's in. I feel like he's in a confident mode. Fournier might settle him a little bit, and then he'll use his technique and come through.
How does it feel actually now not being in the ring with him, and you're watching from the sidelines? How does it feel now seeing him take on all these fighters?
The first few times it was difficult because I was like, man, I'm supposed to be in the corner. I don't feel like I'm supposed to be in the corner anymore, but it's just now watching from a nerves friend perspective. Like, you want him to do well, you want him to win, and you have no control over if he does well or not. So you kind of just have to chill and just be here and support. That's why I always come through support, and just so he knows faces that he's known are still about.
Now, JJ is not the only other Tunji fighting tomorrow.
Yeah, we got Deji as well.
Deji.
Yeah, now Deji, if the Deji turns up that fought Fuzi, he will beat Swarmz.
Okay.
If Deji turns up underestimating, then it's 50-50. And Swarmz is confident right now. He believes in himself. He's another guy. Weight transition. Had the fight against JJ, got a bit embarrassed, cleaned up his act. So that fight shouldn't be close if Deji is on point, but because we don't know, we have to wait and see.
It's hit or miss
but
when
I'm
it comes
going
to
with Deji though. I'm gonna still put my bets with Dej to win by stoppage, but we know what Dej is like.
Absolutely. Now
don't do it, man. Don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy.
Be your best.
Now let's talk a little bit about Deji and his transformation. Obviously you had him when he was very raw, very basic, but you said he might be the most talented out of the Olatunji. What do you make of him now? You know, you saw him step in the ring with the best of all time, Floyd Mayweather, and now you're starting to see him put a bit more work in with Leon as well.
Yeah.
What are you making of it?
Well, Deji's made a lot of progress. I think everyone can see what I was saying now. I looked crazy before, but now everyone can see what I'm saying about his natural ability. And like, if he tried and put his mind to it from the jump, Jake wouldn't have no career right now.
No.
Jake would have had no career. If Deji would have taken it serious from the jump, no career for Jake. But that's what happens. That's what happens, man. He didn't. The time came around, and now he's doing his thing.
I'll tell you something, he has that natural power. I've been hit with
both
oh my God.
Both of them have it.
Deji has eye rolling.
Deji has it and JJ have it. They both have crippling power. They've got crazy power. I don't know what they were eating growing up, but it works. It works.
Now, Viddal, as arguably the best boxer in this room.
Not arguably.
The best. Okay, the best. I'll rephrase the question. Viddal, the best boxer in this room.
Yes.
What do you make of 3-round Pappy?
I think it shouldn't have happened as a 3-rounder. I get why I get his explanation, business-wise, but he was saying they were trying to pick a softer opponent. Why? That's the question.
That's not boxing.
He said we were trying to pick a softer opponent, and then they gave us a hard opponent, so we're only doing 3 rounds. Yes, we're only doing 3 rounds because it's a tough opponent and the money. Why was you trying to pick a soft opponent anyway? Man's always on Twitter. Listen, Keem's an OG. No, Keem's an OG. Anytime I see Keem, respectful. But truth is, if you're screaming on Twitter every day, yeah, KSI should fight Pappy, KSI should fight Pappy, why are you trying to pick an easy opponent? Riddle me that.
Riddle me that.
Riddle me that.
Now talk to me. Do you feel like Salt Pappy deserves the hype he's getting at the moment? Do you think he is the best boxer in the room? Well, apart from yourself, my friend. About to say. Do you think he does cause KSI problems if that fight ever comes up?
He has the potential to be the best. We can't call him the best because he hasn't been in there consistently enough yet. We ain't seen enough of him yet. Bruckner was a great win. Can't take that away from him. I don't think the Josh Bruckner that we expected to turn up turned up, but that's not Salt Pappy's fault. So he does have a good win under his belt, and he done it in good fashion. But I can't say he's the best. I can't say he's the best, not yet.
Now moving away from Misfits, another one of your close friends, Big Gibber with Cheese.
Come on.
He was fighting on Kingpin. What are you saying on that, and what are you saying on that whole tournament?
The tournament's sick. I think Kingpin's cold. Like, it's exciting.
Yeah.
It's exciting. You know, there's every fight you care about. You know there's something on the line. Someone's gonna get eliminated. No one can avoid each other because of the format. So to me, I just think shout out to Kingpin. I think Kingpin, big respect. Yeah, they're doing it proper. We're seeing big fights. We're seeing new stars like Winderson, Julie. They come through to the scene. They brought the whole Brazilian community out to Wembley.
It's crazy.
You know, so it's nice. It's good to see. Kingpin is coexisting very well alongside Misfits.
Now, talking on Kingpin and those fighters, who actually impressed you most in that tournament? Is there anyone going to actually cause? Winderson.
Yeah, Winderson and Gibb.
Do you think that's the final?
Yeah.
Exciting. And
I think it's a Winderson and Gibb final, man, in Rio de Janeiro, bro. Rio de Janeiro, bro. And if Julie gets to the final against Elk, I think El and Julie will be in the final. Rio de Janeiro, bro.
It's gonna happen.
You know the big Jesus thing? I will be getting my picture under that. I will.
Absolutely. Now, we've talked a lot about YouTube boxing. Now I want to talk about your boxing.
Come on.
Your rematch coming up. Talk to me. How come there was a rematch when last time you dismantled this guy?
You know, we offered a few other people to fight. Complications.
I heard they're scared.
So
That's what I'm hearing.
You know what the streets say. That's what the streets say. Yeah. They didn't want it. So Aniz is on the line, belling off. So he said, fine. You know what I mean? Let's run it again. I need him to go to bed knowing I'm better than him. And he doesn't believe that yet, despite the scar tissue on, I think it's the left side of his face.
I mean, he hit him all over, so I'm not
it was
too
the
sure.
left side. It was the left side. Despite the scar tissue that he has for life, he still thinks he's better than the boy. So we're gonna have to run it back, do it again, maybe the other eye, and then move on.
So looking forward into your own future, what can we expect? British titles this year? That's what I'm
No.
Or even more.
We're not rushing anything. I think the year of 2024, you will definitely see a title. I don't know what title, but it's looking 2024. Right now, I'm just still building it up. I ain't done 8 rounds. I haven't completed 8 rounds yet. So we're gonna see if I can complete 8. If anyone can last the distance.
There we go.
And then if they do, I'll take them rounds and then I'll move on for a title. If not, I'll take the finishes and I'll move on for the title. Either way, we move on for the title.
Now let's talk a little bit about that last fight of yours. He's one of the first opponents that's actually been able to touch Viddal. He's been able to land a few shots. What was it like actually getting hit in that ring for the first time on the big stage?
No, I'm a bit crazy. I don't mind getting banged.
Something's not up there.
I don't mind getting banged. When he hit me, I actually walked back to the corner that same moment smiling. Because I thought, oh man, I got hit with these shots I shouldn't have got hit with. But it didn't mean anything. But now it's looking like anyone that lands a punch on me is going to get a rematch. Crazy.
No, man.
Crazy.
That's
in the game of
crazy,
boxing, if I get touched, people get rematches. Crazy. They treat me like Floyd.
You're such a humble man and you're there like, you're taking your time. But when you're looking at the champs in your division right now, is it like work for you or, you know?
I wouldn't say the champions in my division are light work, but there's no one in the division that with the right amount of experience I can't beat.
I seem to remember you've done some sparring with one of the champs, Lawrence Okoli.
I've sparred with Lawrence Okoli before. I had a fight with Chris Billiam-Smith in the amateurs as well. Okay. So like I know the guys up there, but I'm just letting them do their thing. You know what I mean? Like there's waves. Yeah. So they're a wave before. If they go back a wave, we'll see each other. If they continue, we might miss each other. But I pay respect to the top of the division because being a pro and being in the game, you see how many things are complicated. Not just the fighting, but how much goes on behind the scenes that they would have had to deal with and overcome to get where they are. So I always pay respect to them. But when it's my time, it's no one else's time. That's it.
Now, being the realist, you are an entertainer. Now, in Manchester, I remember you came out with Jamie, possibly one of the best ring walks we've seen in a long time. Can we expect another big one coming up on your next fight?
I don't know yet. I don't know, man. It might be big in a different way, but we'll see, innit? Don't worry about it too much. Don't worry about it too much.
Now, we've got super groups on YouTube. We've got the Sidemen. We've got Beta Squad. But there's one that people aren't talking about, and that's the Rolling Cheeky.
The Rolling Cheeky.
When can we see some of the more Rolling Cheeky boys in the
Rolling
ring?
Cheeky, we're taking a little hiatus from YouTube.
Little break.
But we're going to be on the social, so we'll be on the Insta, you know what I'm saying? We'll be on the shorts.
Okay.
But we ain't going to do too many long content videos, you know what I mean? When more people care about Rolling Cheeky like the man them here, then we're going to bring back the long content. But for now, it's a more just clips on socials, quick funny clips, and just get the recognition going up like that.
Maybe see T-Bone in the ring real soon.
I'm trying to force him into it.
That's what I'm hearing. Now, we usually do this at the end of interviews. I give the man the mic. I want your final messages to all the boys, to everyone. Your fight coming up, and this fight coming up this weekend.
Final message. JJ, make sure you smoke Fournier. It's essential. As you know, June the 10th, make sure you're tuning into Sky Sports Boxing, because then I will be doing my job of putting the smoke down on the knees once again. And make sure you respect your family and your parents. You know what I'm saying?
Sure you do.
Man. I want to end on a real, on a realist note. So that's me. And make sure you subscribe to these guys as well. They've been grinding. You men trying to hit 1,000.
Trying to hit 1,000.
Make sure you let these men hit 1,000. Yeah, they've been working for years. They've always supported everything that I've done. They support what my boys do. If I had 1,000, 10,000 of these men here, I'd be a millionaire. But I don't. So shout out to these men and continue. 1,000 subscribers, here we come.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you, love. Thank you so much, man.